Welcome to another episode of the Sisters Brothers Keeper, the Love Unfiltered show. We continue on the discussion of marital infidelity. Do you know your weakness won't destroy you if you admit it and try to work on it? And you should never play with temptation and don't ever think you are too strong enough not to fall. That's the greatest mistake or chance you will ever take with your life. So, whatever is happening today in homes and marriages, it's something that is not new. The reason why, when these issues of cheating, marital infidelity especially comes up, people are surprised is because a lot of people today have stopped reading their Bible. Today, we'll be looking at two men. They were great, but yet fell because of adultery, because of infidelity, because of lack of self control. And this is one thing that is destroying most great men today. Because the moment you are unable to control yourself, that's already a recipe for you to fall. So we'll be looking at two books in the Bible. The first is Judges 16 1 to 21. That's the story of Samson. Another book is 2 Samuel 11. So, as I said, two great men who fell, not because they were weak, but because they ignored their weaknesses. The first one, David, a man after God's own heart. Samson, a man that had prophecy even before he was born. Both of them were chosen, powerful, and loved by God. In fact, God called David a man after his own heart. But what happened? David's eyes wandered on Bathsheba, and Samson's heart was trapped by Delilah. And their story reminds us that no one, I mean, no one is spiritual enough to fall. No one. And strength without self control can lead to destruction. If you think you are so strong but do not have self control, just know that you are heading for destruction. Infidelity doesn't come through lust alone, sometimes even through pride, because so many people just believe that it can never happen to them. The Bible said, let him who think he stands take heed. It said, lest you fall. Don't say it can never happen to you. You see, this men, both men lost something sacred. David lost peace in his home, and Samson lost his strength and sight. So, what do you want to reflect on as we talk on this issue of marital infidelity? Your weakness won't destroy you if you admit it early. It won't destroy you, but pride will. First, you need to recognize that you are vulnerable and that anything can happen, and be accountable when you do something wrong. Don't play with temptation. You will hear some men saying, "Oh, men are polygamous in nature, so it's a natural tendency on us to cheat." That's how you start being irresponsible in the first place. So your weakness won't destroy you if you admit it early. Recognize your vulnerability, stay accountable, and don't play with temptation. Ask yourself, what boundaries have I broken in the name of I'm just being friendly? Don't be too friendly with somebody that is not your spouse. And may God help us to be humble enough to recognize our weaknesses and wise enough to flee from temptation. Let our strength comes from obedience and not pride. And God will help us to keep the marriage institution pure. We will not corrupt the marriage institute. We will not do things that will bring shame and disgrace to our marriages. And God will help us in Jesus' name. Amen.